Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from 6 of Spades and he is in the Großer Kurfürst. He is in a point domination game on the map Loop. Now it's obviously a tier 10 battle and there are a lot of destroyers, so there might be some torpedo dodging involved in this replay. Now here in the beginning he decided to go towards point A, which makes sense. He spawned more towards the left side. We have the destroyers going in there, enemy destroyers in there, so the point is contested. Nobody is that interested in the center just yet, but the center is a very dangerous spot because raider cruisers just have a very easy time of hiding and raiding this point. Whereas the outer points are a lot safer for a destroyer, I'd say. Now, a large enemy force seems to be at the sea cap, but we have a reasonable friendly force there as well. So far we haven't spotted a lot here on the left side. Now 6 of Spades just fired his first volley. It's a broadside enemy Kurfürst, and that was a very nice start to the game, I suppose. Now we haven't spotted a lot of ships here yet. If there were any battleships, we'd probably have seen them. Then again, wait, there are 4 battleships per team. We know where 3 of them are. There is 1 missing. Who is missing? It's the North Carolina. So even if the North Carolina is here, she's not the biggest threat. Now, the 2 friendly destroyers can't really do much against the Chimakaze. For some reason, a friendly Des Moines is pretty far towards the south. It would make a lot more sense if the Des Moines was closer, I suppose. Now, any Des Moines is coming in, possibly wants to raid the friendly destroyers here. And look at that, there is a Shimakaze spotted. Very nice salvo on the Des Moines. He immediately uses his Hydro here. Well, I mean, if you're facing a Shimakaze, and let's just face it, there are 2 Shimakazes here. 2 enemy Shimakazes, yeah, he definitely needs Hydro. I mean, even with Hydro this could be quite tricky, but torpedoes are spotted just in time for him to dodge them. Without the Hydro, he would have been so screwed here. And he's taking a very aggressive approach, but that's because there's just no enemy opposition here, right? We know that the enemy team is focusing heavily on the other flank. We know where most of the enemy battleships are, so he feels comfortable with being aggressive here. And you know what? He can use this Hydro now to spot the enemy destroyer and basically break the stalemate here. I mean, the enemy destroyer is already bailed, so the friendlies are capping. But they are probably bailing because of the Hydro, and it looks like the Shimakaze didn't run far enough. Now Shimakaze might just be waiting for his torpedo reload here. And, well, it looks like that salvo didn't really hit anything. Now we see the North Carolina is here and there are some cruisers, so he is under a little bit of pressure here, but he does have some support. And obviously the most pressing concern right now is the Chimakaze. Shells are in the air, and this time the guns deliver. Now there are... okay. No torpedoes, so looks pretty nice. He got rid of the Shimakaze before she reloaded, it looks like. And, well, he is still pretty healthy, so he is in a decent spot. The enemies have secured this cap. There is a Musashi here helping out as well. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, the Hindenburg is probably just long-range sniping there. I would have expected the Des Moines to come a lot closer, and he's probably doing that just now. And what's up with those torps? Oh, they are easily dodged. So, broadside North Carolina. Let's just see how those shells go. Now he is showing a lot of broadside himself, but I think the North Carolina problem just yeah, took care of itself. So, now as a German battleship you're very hard to citadel, but if the enemy knows to aim for the upper belt, and well, the longer the German battleships are around, the more people know this, they can still do a lot of damage towards you, so you have to be careful with showing a broadside towards enemy battleships. Now the Des Moines is also into some broadside spanking, I suppose, so let's just see. And, well, 6 overpens in the citadel, fair enough. Now, friendly destroyer here is providing a smoke screen. Obviously, if you fire your guns in a battleship, even while in a smoke screen, you're going to get spotted. But your reload might be just long enough that you drop into concealment between your shells, and now he has the option to just disengage, like if he gets too much damage. And well, that takes care of the Lemoyne. So, enemy Kurfürst, I mean, he is far away, but there is a potential to get hit quite massively by the enemy if he isn't careful. So he is slowly trying to angle this way. And now we can see his, well, the good parts of the smoke screen. He is now undetected. And which means he has the option to just stay here and chill, I guess. Or basically take his time, line up his next shots. Now overall this battle is going tremendously well. The defending team has 2 capture zones. The enemy team has been beaten quite severely ship-wise. So lots of advantages for the friendlies. I mean, it's not over yet. We have all seen comebacks from worse places, but so far it's looking pretty good. So he is using his hydro because, well, there is a Minotaur in smoke. So there are probably torpedoes coming his way. And well, smoke has run out, so the Minotaur is fleeing right now. But there is also still a Shimakaze around, you know. Only one Shimakaze has been dealt with. It's interesting that we haven't seen much of the other Shimakaze. He might just be trying to torpedo the Musashi or something. And there are the Minotaur torpedoes. Now he could go for the enemy. There are the Shimakaze torpedoes. Now he could have gone for the Kurfürst, who is showing broadside, but the Minotaur is a very juicy target, even when angled. It's just so easy to citadel a Minotaur. If you, well, you might need a tiny bit of flight. Minotaurs are very nice targets if you're in a battleship. And well, enemy Minotaur was spotted again for a bit. Shells are in the air. Will they connect? Well, one overpen, I suppose. Now let's see what this salvo can do. Minotaur is smoking up once more. This time we get 1 penetration. No juicy citadels so far. Now he is looking at the shell traces and still trying to snipe this Minotaur. Now the Minotaur is a threat because of his torpedoes. And well, there is a Shimakaze as well. That's an even bigger threat. But Hydro is still running. So decent chance of dodging torpedoes. Now that Kurfürst is going to be a big problem, because he will soon be broadside on. And now can't really angle towards that Kurfürst, because there is like a Shimakaze and a Minotaur there, and if he isn't careful then he just gets torpedoed. So showing broadside to that Kurfürst might be a lot better than just showing too much broadside towards the potential torpedoes. Unfortunately Hydro is no longer running, so this is going to get tricky. And if this Kurfürst isn't going down soon, then he'll eat massive amounts of damage. Now he's dodging some torpedoes here. The rear guns are turning. And now he is trying to angle. He's down to very low hit points. But yeah, this Kurfürst should go down. We have quite a few torpedoes probably behind him, but oh, really? Oh, they missed just. Very nice. Now also keep in mind that the torpedoes might be a little bit off in the replays. But very nice dodge here. He has a heal going, he's on very low hit points. Shimakaze is spotted, unfortunately. Another 50 seconds until Hydro is ready again, but if he survives long enough, that Hydro might help against the next torpedo onslaught. Overall, a game still looking good. He's earned his Confederate meanwhile. And well, let's just see if he can get some juicy citadels on the Minotaur this time. His health are getting really low. There is a high caliber. 1 minute until a heal. Well, I'm not sure if he can survive 1 minute against a Minotaur. But I mean, there is still the Musashi as well, right? So maybe somebody takes care of that. It's only 3 enemy ships left. If they can sink that Minotaur, then he might just survive this. Now the Minotaur is trying to angle, which means he is not able to use all of his guns, and looks like the Minotaur is on pretty low health now. The Shimakaze, I think the Shimakaze is opening up with the guns as well. I mean, at this point, the enemy team is just here to farm some more damage. They're probably not having a comeback here. Now 6 of Spades goes down, shells are in the air, and there is the Kraken, there is just a flesh wound. What an enjoyable game. Now, other destroyer got taken care of. Only the enemy Shimakaze is remaining. The Shimakaze is spotted, the friendly team is moving in, and well, the friendlies are also somewhat close, I guess, to winning by points. And yeah, 6 of Spades is in the chat like, fuck yeah. And that's probably the feeling I'd have in that situation as well. So yeah, this is a win. Let's just go to the results. Now 6 of Spades earned himself 2,559 base experience in this fast but pretty enjoyable battle, in my opinion. He also achieved 2 devastating strikes, a Confederate, a Kraken, and just a flesh wound and a high caliber, scoring 178,000 points of damage. Yep, this was very nicely done. Also, he spotted 77 torpedoes. He had a potential damage of 4.3 million, mostly because of dodging that many torpedoes. And yeah, I think this was a very nice game. It showed some aggressive gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.